Right, a very good morning to you all. I hope you're all good. It is Saturday, the 25th of March, 2023, and I'm here to bring you the weekend forecast for Southeast England. The change is on the way. Colder air is arriving now in the north of Scotland. That's going to move southwards over the course of the next 24 to 36 hours, but there will be some weather in between. We're going to be bringing in some weather fronts, and there's going to be some heavy rain, certainly for some southern areas, before things do turn colder, and then we bring in the frost. So been long forecast, it's on the door, and we're going to start now. Let's move on with the temperatures. So 10.3 here in Folkestone. I'm in double figures, first time it's been that temperature for a while. 10.3 in Tunbridge as well, warming up nicely there. Tunbridge in Kent. Down at Peacehaven in East Sussex on the coast, you're at 9.6 this morning. In Hazelmere, Surrey, 8.8. Over at Whitney, it's 8.9. Hartley, Whitney, I think that's not too sure. Fleet, Hampshire, maybe over that sort of area. Shelfont, St Peter, you were up there yesterday. You're running at 9.6 this morning. Tingewick Station in Buckingham, 9.6 degrees. Harlow in Essex, 8, or should I say 9.8. And in London town itself, 9.6. So here in Folkestone, I am top of the hots. And if we look at the bigger picture across the UK, at the top temperatures recorded at the official stations across the UK, 10.2 in the Isles of Scilly at St Mary's, is it? So here in Folkestone, I'm up there with the big boys this morning. Right, there are some colder temperatures around, but they're only on the high altitude sites in Scotland, minus 1.4 at Kenwell. Now, that colder air is starting to arrive over the north, and this can be seen on the current facts chart. So area of low pressure with wraparound occlusion over the Scottish borders down towards the northeast of England. But notice how we're starting to now bring in some colder air to the north of Scotland. And this is what's going to mark the change over the course of the next 24 to 36 hours. The upper air profiles, I don't often show this. This is the 850 HPA temperature. So this is about 1,500 metres up in the air. Always good for when we're tracking the onset of a cold spell. -5 is cool, -10 is cold, and -10, they're really the marker, the bench line for our coldest winter cold spell. So yeah, it just goes to show that even in late March, we can still tap into these cold air masses from the north. Now, this is the situation at midnight tonight. There's a lot of fronts over the south of England. Notice how that colder air is slowly but surely advancing into the north of the UK. Excuse me. But yes, there will be the front that will move through. And once that's out of the way, we bring in the colder air. Now, tracking that colder air mass at midnight tonight, the -5 line has now arrived across the borders. That -10 air is now knocking on the door of Shetland. And if we run it forward through to Monday morning, this is where things are going to turn cold and frosty for us down in the south. The northerlies are in place, but this area of high pressure that I've signified, that is the frost maker. This is going to push down over the UK overnight Sunday into Monday and bring that risk of frost. So gardeners, we've been talking about it for a few days. Beware. This is the upper air soundings for, or should I say the upper air forecast for midnight going into Monday. This very cold -10 air is in Scotland, and it's the -5s even made its way down to the south coast. Not unusual, but because it is so late in the season and the skies will clear, there is the frost risk, and this is really the reason for this forecast. Right, back to the here and the now. Let's have a look at the satellite imagery. Right, so at the moment, it is fair to say it is bright, it is breezy, but there are showers running through the certainly through many parts of London at the moment. I've noticed over towards Berkshire, places like Oxfordshire, towards the east of London, there are a few showers. And that is going to be the theme for certainly this morning, a mixture of sunshine and showers. Perhaps today, not as many showers across the southern half of the region, but we'll run the sequence through. This is the icon. This is showing how it's going to play out. So this is 8 o'clock this morning. Bright breezy, just a few showers blowing through on that westerly breeze. But today is a better day, certainly better than yesterday, and certainly looking better than it will be tomorrow. Because if you look towards the southwest of England, the southwest approaches by 7 o'clock tonight. There's that next rain band system. This is the one that's going to be bringing in a lot of wet weather overnight. So this is midnight tonight. It's quite heavy rain pushing across South Wales, across the southwest of England, pushing in to parts of Hampshire by 2 o'clock in the morning, and then it's over our area by 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. Then notice how that area of low pressure, which is centred somewhere over Hampshire, starts to move eastwards, but see how the rain pivots itself round. This is at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, and this is the introduction of the colder northeasterly air that is going to bring this change in temperature. So tomorrow, I think it's fair to say, quite a miserable day. We will need to take that cloud, that rain out of the way, and it's probably going to take the best part of the afternoon to get away from the Kent coast. But if we just run it back, it looks like places to the northwest of London, you're probably going to brighten up somewhat earlier. But tomorrow is not the best of days. And then run that sequence through overnight tomorrow night. Notice how the sky's clear. Notice how the area of high pressure over by this stage, Wales and Northern Ireland, start to settle down over the UK towards the southeast of England. And this is where we bring in that frost. So, yeah, we've been warned. Right, we're now going to take a look at the temperatures because this is interesting. It's mild out there at the moment, and if we run the sequence through, I'm just going to do it on a 6 hourly interval from now. So eights, nines out there at the moment. By about 9 o'clock, tens and 11s, as we're starting to see already. It's going to be mild today. We're going to get up to around about 12, 13, possibly 14 degrees in many places. And because of that cloud overnight, temperatures aren't going to fall too low. This is at 6 o'clock this evening, 9 o'clock this evening, and midnight. So no frost related problems tonight, that's for sure. Tomorrow morning, we all start off with temperatures around about 7 degrees, 8 degrees. But tomorrow is one of those rare days where temperatures will fall throughout the course of the day. So by 7 o'clock in the morning, notice how the sixes and sevens are appearing. This is at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, sixes, 7 degrees. And with that onset of that northeasterly breeze, it is going to feel quite chilly. By 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, these are your maxes, sixes and sevens. Compare that to the 14s and 15s of today. There's quite a contrast. And then tomorrow night, notice how temperatures do then start to fall away. It will take a while. The breezes will need to fall light. The skies will need to clear. But by 1 o'clock Monday morning, the blues are starting to appear. And by 7 o'clock on Monday morning, there you go. There's the temperatures that will be in many places sub-zero. So, yeah, perhaps just the eastern coasts of Kent that will be excluded from the frost, just probably just due to a little bit breeze coming down from the northeast. We're going to have a look at the temperatures the night after because the frost risk, it's been debatable whether it lasts 2 nights. I think it's fair to say certainly towards Kent, parts of Surrey, maybe parts of Sussex and Essex, there is that risk for a while on Monday night into Tuesday before things do start to warm up. And then just before we draw this to a close, I'll just show you the breezes. So they're westerly breezes today, moderate to fresh. Overnight they fall light. They start to switch into a light and variable due to that low pressure that's moving through. And then tomorrow, 4 o'clock, there's that chilly northeasterly breeze bringing in breezes are around about 15 to 20 miles an hour from that northeast before they fall light overnight, and then the obviously we bring in that risk of frost. Maximum temperatures we've looked at. We're just now going to have a look at the rainfall amounts that can be expected throughout the course of the weekend. This is in millimetres. This is projected from the GFS. Another good drop of rain on offer for many places in southeast England. 10 to 15 miles an hour at 15 millimetres. So that's up to another half to 3/4 of an inch in old money. Drier to the north of the area. A lot of this rain is in association with that low pressure system that zips through tonight and first thing tomorrow morning. So that's it in summary. It's mild, it's bright breezy with a few showers today, but tomorrow is a cloudy, miserable day with the onset of those northeasterly breezes bringing in that colder air and that frost on Sunday night into Monday. I hope you've all found the forecast useful. I'll be back tomorrow taking a look at the extended picture into next week. But in the meantime, all have a lovely day. Look after yourselves. Thanks for watching and ciao for now.